and welcome back to my channel. I am back with another 30-minute meal. It's healthy, delicious, vegetarian. It's not vegan and it cannot be made vegan. So all you my lovely vegan friends, I don't have an alternative to this particular recipe because the very base of the recipe is yogurt, and I am making a delicious onion pakora kadhi. Now we call it kadhi in Hindi, and just to simplify, it's a yogurt curry for people to understand it easier. And it's straightforward, it's so healthy, it's ready in half an hour, and it's best served with a pile of steaming hot rice. So let's get cooking. Before that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss out on any delicious recipes. Going to roughly chop one onion to start with. So here we start with a hot pan and 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Next goes in a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Let it sizzle a little bit. Next we add some fresh curry leaves. So I'm going to cook this on low medium heat. I don't want too much color. I will give it 5 minutes, and in that 5 minutes I am just going to grate 3 to 4 garlic cloves. So my garlic has been grated. The onions still need 2 minutes. I am going to prep the yogurt for the next step. Actually, I've just remembered that before I do the yogurt in the bowl, I need to just crush some coriander seeds first. So I need a tablespoon and a half of coriander seeds, and all I want to do is break them up so that they release their flavor. I know I haven't cooked them yet. They'll go in now in the onions, so they'll cook in the oil. Just need to break it. I'm not trying to make it into a powder. I want a little bit of the crunch. So it's not full seeds, it's not powder, it's just broken up. That's all I wanted. So you can see it's still not got any color, which is what we want. It's been 5 minutes. I'm going to add the garlic and the coriander. And now I'm going to give it 2 minutes while I prepare the yogurt. In goes 250 grams of natural yogurt, teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of turmeric, 80 grams of besan or gram flour. Chili powder is your choice, but I'm adding a teaspoon of chili powder. Next, I have got 800 ml to start with of water, just plain water. Might seem a lot, but don't worry, this is all going to cook down. We might need a bit more later. Actually, we already need a bit more, so I'll make it a total of 1 liter of water. Use a whisk so that there are not many lumps. So you can see there's not too much color. It's just beginning to color, which is great. The garlic is cooked, the coriander seeds are cooked, and now I add the yogurt. Now a good mix. I'm going to cook this on low heat, low to medium heat, a mix for 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, obviously we're not resting. We're going to start cooking the pakoras. Now, yes, if you cook this slowly, like you put this on and then you go do some work and then come back and make pakoras. Now, this would be then take around, 45 minutes an hour. I don't know, however long you slow it down. But I'm trying to give you recipe ideas that take you 30 minutes to cook it, and that's when you fully concentrate. Now that this is cooking for 10 minutes, I've got oil here and I'm going to chop up the onions and quickly make the pakoras in those 10 minutes. That is how you're going to get these delicious meals. If you just give yourself full concentrated 30 minutes in the kitchen, you will get amazingly delicious meals. And one more thing, now this is cooking. I'm going to start prep on the pakoras, but at the same time I'm going to put some water in one corner to bring to a boil so that I can make the rice at the same time as well. But if you already have some cooked rice, you're a winner. So comes the fun part, making onion pakoras. So I'm taking 2 good sized onions and I'm just going to thinly slice these. Now this is optional, but I'm going to add 1 more onion to this so that I can have some pakoras right now with some chai. Half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of chili, 3/4 of salt, half a teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon chaat masala. So just remember to give it a stir after 5 minutes because it starts to kind of bubble up, thicken up. So I'm going to continue to cook this and bring my focus to the pakoras. So depending on the size of the onions, I'm going to add some gram flour. So I've just got a dinner spoon and just going to sprinkle 4 to begin with. I don't want very doughy pakoras. You can check out my masterclass where I share tips of making the best ways to make crispiest best pakoras. So I just want the onions to be coated really. 2 more tablespoons. And now for some water. So again, don't add too much water, just a tablespoon at a time. So I think the oil is nice and hot. This should not take long at all, maybe 5 minutes. Just the ones that I want to add to the curry. The rest I can fry for myself after I finish the video and have it with some chai. So just to give you an idea, it's usually 2 to 3, sometimes 4 pakoras per person in the curry. So I'm cooking it for around 4 to 5 people. This should not take very long because there's not much flour. It cooks very quickly. Now this last batch I am going to cook after I finish making the recipe because that is going to eat up in my 30 minutes and I don't want that. Just leave that last batch. This is all I need for the actual curry. And while this last round is just cooking, I am going to check up on our curry. It's thickened up beautifully. So some people like it thicker. My mom sometimes cooks it much thicker than this. Some people like it runnier than this. So this is literally in the middle. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. I'm just going to add a couple of few ingredients in here. Right, I'm just going to add half a teaspoon, not more. Just a little drop of honey just to balance the sourness of the yogurt. And I'm not going to add much. I just need a tablespoon of kasuri methi or dried fenugreek leaves. You can skip it if you don't have it. And then the last thing is a teaspoon of garam masala. So in total, the kadhi has had around 15 minutes because the pakoras have taken 15 minutes, which is fine. I've just continued to cook this. If you have more time, you can give it another 5 minutes. I've got water boiling, going to add a couple of teaspoons of cumin. Now this is not part of the 30-minute. I'm just preparing some rice on the side. My curry is ready. So I'm going to plate that up, but I'm just showing you that I'm going to be serving it with this cumin rice. And here it is. We finish this with the pakoras. And you can finish this with some chili flakes if you like. And some garam masala. This is not something I would put coriander on, but if you want, you can. So my rice is also ready at the same time. Ta-da! Beautiful onion pakora curry or yogurt curry to some of you. Enjoy it with a nice heap of piping hot rice, whether it's plain, reheating some leftovers, whether you make an onion peas pulao or like me, just make a simple cumin rice. Whatever you do, however you eat it, definitely try it. With some rice. The joy of eating this curry chawal, which is like a classic combination, is by hands. Break a bit of pakora, grab a bit of rice and some curry. It just tastes different. It just tastes better. You don't have to do that. Hope you'll try it. Let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe and share. And come back for another new recipe. Till then, bye. I'm going to make that chai and have the leftover pakoras. Yes.